Yes, indeed, the Afeitamas razor tray, and it's with a great pleasure that in Studio B we should have Jamie from Afeitamas. It's Mr. Afeitamas. Hello, Jamie.
Good morning, Andy. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you, sir?
Thank you. I'm very good.
Good. Right, I've got to say, first off, I am 150% behind Afeitamas because I've been using it, and it's amazing. It's amazing, and you are the man behind it, aren't you?
I'm afraid so, yes, sir.
It's all down to you that I'm saving money, so I've got to say thank you.
Well, you're welcome. I think everybody's interested in saving money these days, you know?
Well, it's the type of industry that we're living in at the moment as well, and the type of world that we've had to accept is the fact that we haven't got as much money as we want, and with the Afeitamas razor tray system, you can save money. And I've been talking about a lot on the breakfast show, and I'm very fortunate I've been able to experience it. And you can actually get up to 150 shaves out of one blade. Now, we're talking about things like the Mach 3 system, aren't we?
Yeah, we're talking about any kind of system, to be quite honest with you, but obviously, you know, Gillette and Wilkinson swords seem to make the best razors at the moment, as far as I can see, in terms of disposables or in terms of razor or shaving systems.
Yeah.
It does work as well with even down to your basic kind of big style of disposable razor, but you'll find that it doesn't quite last as long for the simple reason that Gillette and Wilkinson do actually make the greatest blades. They spend billions and billions and billions of dollars developing their latest blades. It take up to 10 years before they introduce a new system. So to be quite honest with you, I have no problem with the way that they manufacture, with the way that they do things, but I think that they can last quite a lot longer.
Yeah, it all depends on what sort of a blade you've got, but like you say, you're quite correct. The Gillette and the Wilkinson sword and the Gillette Mach 3 and stuff is obviously the way to go. Now, I use this system, and I usually get about 12 shaves out of one blade. So from 12 shaves up to 150 shaves. But it's such a simple device.
I mean, I have to be honest with you. I don't think that everybody is going to get 150 shaves, but because it does depend on what kind of a beard you have. If you have a very, very heavy beard, you might only get, you know, anywhere between 2 and 5 shaves out of one of the blades normally.
Yeah.
But using this system, I guarantee you that you'll double or triple it at the very, very least.
Very least, yeah.
I mean, it's such a simple thing. It takes you maybe 5 seconds after shaving.
It does.
And what can I say? I mean, my personal record is probably about 3.5 months. The one I'm using at the moment is coming up to 3 months too. And the only real damage that I can see is that the luber strip at the very top is beginning to wear very, very thin.
Yeah.
However, I have to be honest with you, I don't know exactly what the luber strip does.
to be honest, I see it wearing away and I think, but I'm just getting as close a shave now as I did with it when it was there in full view of everybody. I know with the Afeitamas system, it's very quick, isn't it? It's very quick. But the tray itself is the size of a normal holder.
Yeah, it's perfect. I mean, it's based on the holder, but the difference would be that instead of having a little mirror on the top of it, what they've done is they've put this a special type of plastic, which is called thermoelastomer.
Right.
Now, you can get this, you know, this type of plastic. It's more of a silicone, I suppose, is a better phrase.
Yeah.
You can get it down to the consistency of human skin.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very, very flexible, versatile material, and all you're doing is you're using friction. So it's based on an old-fashioned strop system, which maybe your grandparents may have used with the big old-fashioned cutthroat razors
and the pieces of leather.
Exactly.
I remember that.
But you know, it's just a modern version of that, and
so compact as well. So compact. I'm going to confess something to you right now. When I first got my Afeitamas system, I looked at it and I thought, what this isn't going to do. I'm being honest with you. I looked at it and I thought, well, this how's this going to save me money? But I'm so happy with it. I really am. And for the price, I mean, €23. That's the price of 2 packs of blades.
Well, again, I would say that it depends on what kind of blades you're using. You know, I think the cheapest I've seen the sensor blades, which I use still, is about €8. But it can go up to €18 for 4 of the new, you know, Gillette Fusion, super duper. I can't even remember what it's supposed to finish at. But it works with them as well. It just works. It's a very, very simple thing. And what can I say? I think everybody should at least try it once.
Well, I think that once you try it once, you've got your year's shaving saved already. Well, where does it come from? Where does the concept come from? Is it the British concept or?
No, it was invented by a man by the name of Morten Kjeldsen, a guy based in Copenhagen who one day his razor broke, and he was just wondering, well, he spent quite a lot of money, obviously, on buying razor blades. He was quite happy with them, but he couldn't understand why such a technological item, a lot of money had been spent in research and developing this, why it only lasted such a short space of time.
Yeah.
So obviously he went back, looked through history, saw that the leather strop had been invented a long time ago for the cut-throat razor, and he decided, well, surely there's some kind of a way of doing this with, let's say, the modern style of disposable razor.
Yeah.
And he came up with this idea, and it was first launched in Denmark about a year ago, more or less around May of last year.
Yeah.
And they've been selling up to about 6,000 a month in Denmark. The Danes just went crazy for it.
I mean, so it is a really new product then. It really is that new. And of course, you've got your website as well. And I've been reading through the website. Obviously, when I talk about it, I have the website up in front of me.
Yeah.
It's such an easy-to-use website. It's so user-friendly. Everything you need to know is there. How you can get your hands on your Afeitamas system, and a little bit of background as well.
Yeah.
It's a very informative website. And that looks uncomfortable. There's a picture on there of somebody shaving, and whenever you see someone shaving, you get a little bit of especially in the Adam's apple area.
Yeah, you have to be careful around that area, and you can imagine what it was like, let's say, 100 years ago when you were leaning back in the chair and you were hoping that the man hadn't been drinking too much the night before or something like that.
It has come leaps and bounds, the technology, and it just shows how far it has come on when something as simple as this can be used to save you money. And like I said, we've got a few people up and down the coast who we've been interviewing, who are over the moon with it, and we've got another guy we're going to interview as well, Graham. I chatted to him the other day, and he's over the moon with it as well. And it's so easy to get your Afeitamas system because you don't even have to go out to the shops to get it.
Not at all. We would be delighted to send it directly to wherever you want. We've got a special system set up, so you've got a shopping cart, and then we've got a guaranteed payment system which is very, very secure. So again, we have the facility to refund money if something goes wrong. And normally speaking, we would hope to have the product to you within 3 or 4 days. We say allow 7 days for delivery, just in case that something doesn't quite go according to plan.
Exactly. You don't know who's going to go on strike, do you?
No, I mean...
then it's out of your hands.
Yeah.
So to get hold of your Afeitamas system, you need to get online, and it's Afeitamas.com. And just to spell it out, it's Afeitamas. Afeitamas.com. Go on the website and place your order now. We've got a lot of people asking if they can get it any other way, and is there any other way of getting it, or is it just through the internet?
We've been talking to an awful lot of different people, but so far QuickSave are the only retail outlet where it's actually on sale, and that's in Torremuelle. They have a great selection of stuff. Actually, I was very pleasantly surprised at what exactly they had in there. It's just brilliant.
Yeah, it is a very nice store. So you can get it at QuickSave if you like, but we do suggest the best place to get it is on the internet, because you don't even have to leave your home. It'll be delivered to your door, and for €23, and that's including the delivery charge, it's snip. It is an absolute snip. So we're talking at Afeitamas, and like I said before, we'll be talking to somebody else who has been making use of this, and he's over the moon with it. We'll be talking to Graham. So just to use it, just to clarify exactly using it, how long does it take, do you say, to use the Afeitamas system after you've shaved?
I would say anywhere between 3 and 10 seconds, depending on how quickly or how slowly you do it.
So we're talking 10 seconds out of your day maximum to save money, and you'll be saving an absolute fortune. Right, so Afeitamas.com is the website. Once again, Afeitamas. And if you want any more information, get us here in the studio, and we can pass it on.
There's one more thing I'd like to say. I brought a spare one in with me today.
All right.
So if anybody would like to ring in, okay, we'll give it to the first caller. As long as that caller is prepared to give us a ring in 2 or 3 weeks' time, and let us know how they're getting on.
Well, that's you can't say fairer than that. A random person just out of the blue, first person to ring up here in the studio, 952-443-443, will get the hands on this Afeitamas system, and you can try it for yourself. Jamie, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. And anything else that you need to reiterate on, then just please get in touch with us, and we can do that right here live on air, and we'll be talking to you again soon, hopefully.
Yeah, I'd like to think that at some stage I'd be invited back.
You can come back whenever you want, especially if you're going to give our listeners a Afeitamas system. Great. Jamie, thank you ever so much for your time, and we'll speak again very, very soon.
Thank you,
Jamie.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.